Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kisa. Today we are going to be doing a Sunday reset. We're going to be getting into just about every room in the apartment and going through it, getting the mess decluttered, getting laundry folded, whatever needs to happen. So if you are ready to tackle your mess with me, stick around. So hi guys, how are you guys doing? If you're new to my channel, hello, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, you know it's your girl. I'm so excited. I have been getting so much love and support. I've gotten some comments, really nice comments from people, had a couple little conversations on the side. It's been great, guys. I've been having a great time here. So I'm just so excited to be with you guys today, just getting into the room, getting everything cleared out so that we can start a new week without everything looking so cluttered and messy. My mind needs to be cleared. I've had a great weekend. I ended up going to a concert with my husband. It was my husband's first concert. Yes, he is 33 years old. He's never been to a concert before. I will say the concert was okay, but it was really just for the experience. Like I told you guys before, we are just trying new things, trying to get out of our comfort zone and just figure out what we like to do. I think that my husband had a great time. I know that I had a good time. I do feel like it could have been better. It was almost like everybody was just like, the concert had multiple artists and it was kind of like they were all just doing something. It wasn't really like put together. So that was kind of the downfall or the downside, but I was just excited to be there. I hadn't been in a concert for many years at that point. So it was just exciting to be able to do that. We were out late, guys. We were out late. We got home around 2 a.m. So yes, there was traffic. There was so much going on, but we had a great time getting dressed up, dancing, and just, yeah. So yes, that was my upside, being able to go to a concert and having new subscribers, people commenting, being so sweet. It tickled me because I had a couple people that were letting me know that they also watched Judge Judy and Hoarders. I really kind of felt like I was in my own little box with that one. I kind of felt very young to have Judge Judy and Hoarders be like a comfort show for me. But it was really nice to just have someone to be able to relate in the comment section. And we had a little bit of like a little convo. So if you guys can relate to anything that I talk about, or if you just have like a tip or an opinion or something, don't hesitate to leave it down in the comment section. I would love to see who's watching my video and just, reply back if you guys have time, because I know a lot of people watch these videos to clean alongside of me. So anyway, another downside, my daughter has been sick this week. So with that being said, she's been out of school for the past couple days. She did have like a night where she was up all night long, and I feel so bad for her. And it kind of just threw off my schedule as well. So I've been pretty tired this week, and I kind of got behind for a couple days with the cleaning, but that makes for good content because guess what? All of that is going to be in this video. And I just decided, to reset my home. This took place over 2 days. I got into a couple rooms on one day, and then the next day I got into the next couple rooms. So So speaking of my husband, I was watching a creator. It was a TikTok creator actually. And I don't really get on TikTok a lot because I don't want to just sit there and scroll. And I think I talked about that in a different video. But I watch a lot of like TikTok content on YouTube. So I seen a creator talking about a lot of couples that was experiencing, talking about the D word during C19. C19 is that virus. I don't want to say the word because I don't want YouTube to not push this video. They have a thing with that word. So if you know what C19 is, it was the thing that started in 2020, that virus that caused us to go on lockdown. So yeah, whenever she was talking about that, I was thinking about how the D word came up in my own marriage and how, you know, I feel like a lot of people were actually going forward with getting a divorce or just thinking about it. And I did talk to my husband about this. He's completely fine with me talking about it. We were just going through so much during that time. I mean, like I told you, depression came up, as well as we had just had a baby that was under the age of 1. I had just started a new job and then had to go on lockdown. And I was pregnant. And we had just gotten married in 2019. And then we go through this crazy virus the next year. So actually it wasn't even a year because we got married in November and then the virus came up in March. So there was so much. And mind you, I got with my husband in 2014. We didn't get married until 2019. With all of the stress that was going on with the world, with all of the stress going on with the jobs, with being unemployed and then being employed, with having 2 new kids back to back. One of them we could tell at that point in time was developmentally delayed, and I was just staying up all night looking and researching, you know, what I could do to help her. And then I ended up having the baby, and then he was breastfed exclusively, and then, you know, he wasn't wanting to go to sleep. So I was up all night long. I mean, and then with being up all night long, I had to get up and go to work. So as much as it sounded for me to say all of that, that's how my life was. And my life was like that for, I don't know, I would say 2 years of just not really having a lot of help, not really having a lot of rest. My husband, you know, he was employed and then he wasn't employed, and then it was just, and then he was employed again. It was just a lot. And the same thing happened to me. I lost my job because we all got laid off. And then I found another job and I was working from home. And then, you know, my husband, all of his jobs, he was always working outside of the home. So I was responsible for doing a lot of the things that needed to be done. And then with protecting ourselves from the virus, I feel like it caused our immune systems to kind of weaken. So even when we would try to go out to like a park or something, the kids would get sick. They would get sick and be sick for like weeks. So it was a lot of going back and forth to the hospital, to the doctor, it was just a lot on me. And it was a lot on my husband. And the D word ended up coming up a couple times. And I even went as far as to like look it up and like research it. We didn't have any papers signed or anything like that. But I remember my husband talking to his parents about it. And they were like, you guys don't seem like the type of people, like y'all don't seem like y'all are headed in that direction, because we are like best friends. Not like, we are best friends. During the time where we were going through that, even though like as far as the romance it wasn't feeling very romantic, I'll just say that. But we were still best friends. Like I can tell my husband any and everything. And even when we were going through that rough patch, I was still telling him any and everything. And we were still leaning on each other like best friends would. So this is a person that I can talk to all day long and never get tired of talking to him. We have so much in common. We have a similar sense of humor. We're truly best friends, and we have so much fun together. And I'm telling you, like on the weekends when he's off, it's like it feels like a sleepover. And it still feels that way, even though we got together in 2014. And we're going on 11 years, guys. It still feels the same way. So I am happy that, we did not go forward. I don't really know if we were actually gonna go forward with it. I think it was more so of like we feel this way because we're so overwhelmed, and we don't know what to blame for being overwhelmed. Like, even if you say it's the kids, what can you do? They're your kids. You have to take care of them. So it's like, we didn't know how to escape the depression. We didn't know how to escape the overwhelming feeling of just being tired all the time and all the stress of life. We didn't know how to escape that. And we felt like parting from one another at that time. We felt like maybe we could escape this feeling. But of course, in hindsight, we just had to come closer together, and we had to work together, and we had to figure out our own strengths and weaknesses and be able to lean on each other for those things. So that's kind of how we got out of that situation, and I'm so happy we did. Like I said, I don't know if we were actually going to go forward with it, but it is something that we talked about. It is something that we looked up, and it was something that we cried about because we were like, we don't really want to do this, but our life just seemed so stressful, and we just didn't see the end. It was like it was going to continue to go on. So I just thought I would bring that up and talk about that. So back on the kids, everybody has been having a great week. My daughter, the regression that I talked about in the last video, I've been taking those tips, and guys, she has been doing amazing, actually. So I'm so grateful for the people that were able to give me tips on my other platform. I don't believe it was on this platform, but yeah, I was able to take that advice, and she has been doing amazing. I haven't been having that problem at all this week, so that is a big win. Also, everyone else is doing great. They're healthy. I do have a clip of my oldest daughter in this video because I did tell you guys if I could get a clip of her, I would insert it. She did quickly wave at the camera, so I have a little clip of her, and so you guys will be able to see her because she wasn't in the vlog. So also this week I did get another package from Stitch Fix. That video should already be up by the time this video gets up, and that box was interesting. I'm not gonna give it away. I mean, if you guys are interested in that sort of content, go ahead and watch that video next and see what I got in that box. It's a very short video, not too long, but yeah, that was an interesting box. And yeah, so The strength of a woman, I tell you. No offense to the guys. And I will say this. I really can't speak for every woman, but I am a woman. I can speak for some of us, and I can tell you, this day, I was so tired. I had been up from 12 a.m. until like 6 a.m. and then I had to take the kids to school and then come back home and clean up. So I was very, very tired. And I still was like, you know what? I have to push through. I have to do this. I cannot continue to put off the dishes, because if you guys could see that pile, it was pretty big. And that was me putting it off for a couple days because I was just exhausted. So I had to find it within me to get up and get those dishes done and just tell myself, you know what? You're going to be tired, but that's okay. Like, you just have to pull through and you have to do it anyway. And that's what this channel is about, because, you know, I get motivation from watching Clean With Me videos sometimes because I'm like, listen, I do not feel like doing this. But when you see someone else do it, it kind of makes you feel like you're not alone, because you're like, you know what? Everything that they're talking about in their video, they have to be tired and they still have to get up and they still have to do it anyway. And so that's why I was like, let me just get up and do it. And I'll turn on a Clean With Me video and get to it and just say, you know what? I will rest later after I get this done. So I hope that you guys are still with me and you guys are still kicking. Let's finish out strong. So coming up right now is my oldest daughter. She is 14 years old. Isn't she so beautiful? And then that's my son, and then that's my other daughter. They just had a very quick little clip, but I just decided to insert it because I know I told you guys, like, if I could get her on camera, I was gonna put her in my video just so she can say hi. But oh, that's my little house. That's like a floral, like, greenhouse thing that I got from Amazon that I finished a while ago. And I was like, you know what? Somebody has to see this. Someone has to see this. I put a lot of time into that little thing. What is you guys' like worst cleanup? Well, let's just say this. What is the least favorite thing that you like to clean? My least favorite thing is dishes. Also, here I'm showing you guys, you know, when I did my little shopping vlog at Five Below, I bought those little canned flowers, and those are how they are progressing. It's only been like a week and they're growing pretty fast. So I thought I would just give a little update with that. Yeah, I think mine is the kitchen. I think it's the dishes, to be specific. And then my second thing would have to be folding laundry. And the funny thing about that is I find a lot of creators saying that they do not like folding laundry. I don't understand. I really do not understand, but I don't like to do it. And so it'll sit there for like a week. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all of this laundry to fold. And I'm not looking forward to it. It's so easy to put it in the washer, take it out the dryer. But then to fold everything up, oh, you know what? My least favorite thing is putting the socks together. Finding all the socks and putting them together. Oh my gosh, it's such a chore. I probably should get one of those little laundry bags and put all of the socks in there. That way I could stop losing socks, because it's insane the amount of socks that I lose. I'm like, where are these socks going? This was just a crazy time. All the kids were home. They were wanting to get in the camera. I had to keep cutting it off because they were all over the place, as you can see. So that's why this is a very choppy part of the house that I'm cleaning. I am such a flower girl, and I was so excited to show you guys the progress of my little Five Below flowers. I was just so excited about that. The kids they seem like they want to plant a plant, so I'm gonna have to find like a plant so that the kids can plant their own little flowers or something else, and they can go out there and water it and have something to do. This season is just such a happy season for me. There's floral everywhere, beautiful colors. I love it so much. And I also don't want them to mess with my plants because I want to get more plants, but I'm afraid that the last time I had several plants, they would sneak and like rip my leaves on my plants and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I can't do this. I cannot have plants. But that was probably about 2 years ago now. So I think I could try again as long as I give them a plant and I just teach them how to take care of them and, to not rip them and try to yank them out of the soil. I think I'm going to be doing that just so that they can have something to do. In Florida, it's getting pretty hot, but it's also cold some days. So I'm ready to get in the water. I'm ready for beach season. I'm ready for the pool. I'm ready for everything that summer has to offer. And a little bit of the spring because, again, some days feels like summer. Some days we're close to the 90s. So I'm excited about that. Well, I hope I looked like I had a great time folding all of that laundry at least. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and make the beds and we are coming to a close. If you guys haven't checked out my other videos, please check out my other videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do have a playlist now for you guys, so please stick around and see what else we'll be talking about on this channel. Thank you guys so much for spending your Sunday with me, or whatever day it is that you're watching this, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.